Hi, this is Tamika with Peony+Paper, and I'm here with my very first digital cash envelope stuffing. So back when I did my planner lineup for 2024, I talked about the planner that I was going to be using for budgeting and how I was going to be doing digital cash envelopes for a variety of reasons. One, I don't like cash. Cash is dirty, it's nasty, and I really don't like using it. And then two, I didn't want to have to keep going back and forth to the bank because my bank is on the other side of town from me. I can do shared banking with some of the branches, but it's very difficult considering the time that I get off work and the time when a lot of the branches close and things like that. And then the third reason is because I have credit cards that give me different rewards for using my card. And a lot of times I prefer to just use the card and then just put the money from my account right back towards paying the card so I can reap all the rewards that I can from the use of my credit cards. So those are some of the reasons. But the main reason is I really just don't want to deal with the cash itself and running back and forth to the bank for the main reasons. So I'm doing a digital cash envelope system. And since this is going to be my first stuffing, I am going to be taking the funds for the envelopes that I stuff. And that is what I'm going to use to open my separate savings account for all of the savings that I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be doing savings envelopes, or basically I'm not going to be doing envelopes for normal everyday things like gas and eating out, and I'm not going to be doing envelopes for those. It's mainly for things that I want to save for. That's mainly what my envelopes are going to be. So let's go ahead and get into it. So we're starting this week, but the 15th is my payday. So that's what I'm going to be doing. If you watched my setup video, I showed the digital cash envelope stickers that I created on Canva. And so these will go in my planner for when I get paid. So I get paid twice a month. So let me go ahead. I'm going to pull this, get me everything that I need, and then we'll get started. Let's go ahead and get started. I need a pen. Where's my pen? Can't believe I forgot that. So I'm going to be stuffing a total of $465 today. So I'm going to go ahead and write that up here at the top, $465. I feel like I need something else underneath here. So I'm just going to put this down. So I feel like this is kind of squishy. So yeah. All right. My calculator broke on me, so now I have to use my phone. Yeah, that's nice. So I had to go and charge my old phone because I record with this phone. So let's go ahead and start with the 465, and I'm going to start with the Christmas because I know I have a certain goal for Christmas, and that is going to be, so let's put the 15th, 24. So that's going to be $50 for sure is what I'm adding. And that's going to be pretty much every pay period, $50. So it's going to give us 50. Then for the 100 envelope challenge, I'm going to come back to that one. Travel, I also want to do 50. want to start with 50 on that. So let's go ahead and deal with those two amounts. So I'm going to take out the 50. Whoops. How did I do that? So 465 minus 50. And then minus another 50. So we got 365. Okay. Let's see. Let me pull my tracker for the 100 envelope challenge, because that's going to give me a better idea of what I want to say for that one. So because most of my bills are paid out of a paycheck that I get at the end of the month that starts paying for stuff at the beginning of the next month, I want to take larger amounts of this paycheck for the envelope challenge. So let's do let's do 50. No, I want to do more than that. Let's do 65 and then 10. So we'll do 65 and 10. All right, and that's going to give us a total of $75. So 100 envelope challenge. So that's going to be 75. And off to the side here, I'm just going to put 65 and 10 so that I remember what those amounts were that I was going to take from there. So we're going to take 75 as well. So minus the 75. That leaves us with 290. Car maintenance, I'm going to put, let's put 30 in the car maintenance. I'm trying to get an oil leak situation handled with this right now. That leaves me with 260. And emergency savings, let's also do 50 in that. So let's do 50 in that. So that leaves us with 210. Birthday. For birthday, let's do 25. I am planning to have a birthday party. So I'm going to need to save for the space, the food, the DJ, all that good stuff. Credit card debt. Let's add 20 in there. So that leaves us with 16. Whoops, I'm writing the wrong amount on there. So $20. All right, treat yourself. Let's do 20 in this one also. So, and date night, let's do 10. And love from mama and that fun, let's do 15. And this is just extra money to help my mom with when she needs it. She's not going to be happy that I'm doing this, but that's okay. Junior's fun, we'll put 15 in his as well. That's for my godson, who always seems to need a Cash App sent to him. I tell you, that kid. So I have 105 left, and I have General Savings and then Planner Babe. Let's do 25 in Planner Babe. Well, let's do 20 in Planner Babe. And we'll put the rest in General Savings. So General Savings is going to get $85. Okay. Alrighty. So that's $465 that we are stuffing into our envelopes. There might be another category that I might add soon. I'm debating. I still need to plan here for the rest of the week, but I will do that. So now I'm going to go ahead and take out my trackers and see where we can go from there with our trackers. Let's see. Okay. So, emergency savings. We have decided here that an emergency savings, one piggy bank is going to be $50. Can y'all see that well? Okay. So one piggy bank is going to be $50. So let's go ahead and color in one because that's exactly what I put in emergency savings. So we're going to color in one little piggy. So there's one little piggy colored in on the emergency savings tracker. Then we're going to go to our next tracker, which is the travel savings. We can't color in anything here because one airplane is $250 and we're not there yet. And then these balances, I will just roll them over the next time. All right, Christmas, we put in 50. We can't color anything yet because each ornament is for 100. And these trackers I only made for things that I have a specific goal for. Okay, so birthday tracking, I only put 25. So again, we can't color in anything because one balloon is 50. And then the 100 envelope, we did 65 and 10. So we can color in some envelopes. So 65. No, I'm not trying to be cute with it. And 10. And so when I get my next paycheck, because I have to pay more bills out of that one, I will be working more on this end. And I want to do 2 envelopes every time because this 100 envelope challenge is really like a weekly challenge. And since I don't get paid every week, I'm making up for that when I do get paid bi-weekly. So I'm doing 2 envelopes. So yes, and that's all of our trackers. So we were able to color in at least 2 of those. The 100 envelope will always be able to color in that one. And then we were able to color in one of the piggy banks in our emergency savings tracker. So that is pretty good. So comment below. Let me know what you think of this idea of a digital envelope system. I think this is going to work better for me. I don't want to be running to them. Like that's probably the one thing that's even worse than touching the cash, because I don't want to be running to my bank. None of their locations are near my home, like none of them. And like I said, I could do shared banking. There's only limited things you can do with shared banking at most branches. So I just prefer to just do it this way digitally. So I'm going to be able to go into my checking account, and through my app for my credit union, I can actually start another account. So I can take the $465 from my checking and use that to open a new savings account. And so every pay period, when I do these stuffings, I just do the same thing. Transfer it over to the savings, transferred over to the savings. So for my very first one, I was very happy that I was able to do this amount. I really could have done more than this, but because I don't account for everyday things here, I wanted to leave more money in my checking for those things. So yeah, I could have done a lot more, but I decided, no, I'm not going to do that. And I have to consider too that when I get paid at the end of the month, a lot of that's going to be spent on bills, and my bigger bills come out of that paycheck. So the more money I can leave behind in my checking too from this paycheck, the better, if that makes sense. So I'm very proud of myself that I was able to even do this much on my first stuffing, and I'm hoping to just be able to continue to increase that as much as I can. And maybe if the cash has been something that has been intimidating for you in terms of doing these saving envelopes, maybe you could also try a digital one. But I would recommend a separate account, and that's definitely something that I am going to be doing. So all of that money is somewhere separate and it's building there, and then I have my other savings that's building a little bit of interest as well. But I think it's going to work out. The only thing is that I have to be consistent with it. And that is a big problem that I have, is being consistent with budgeting. So as long as I force myself to, I think, sit down at least 2 times a week and work on it, then I think I'm going to be good. So I think I'm going to set 2 particular days of the week to work on my budget. And I think the best thing to do would be like Sunday before the next week starts up, and maybe do a check-in like Tuesday or Wednesday, so that I'm making sure I'm writing down what I've spent and things like that. In my setup video and stuff, I talked about how I spend a lot of money eating out, especially for breakfast, because I don't like to get up early and fix a meal. Well, there's one particular restaurant that I primarily eat breakfast at, and I have a ton of reward points in their app. So I've decided that I'm going to start using those reward points and applying those towards my meals for breakfast. And that's going to save me a lot of money, because when I tell you I have a lot of points, I have a lot of points. But that's all I have for you guys for this first video. Again, let me know what you think about the digital cash envelopes, and tell me about some of the ways that you're helping yourself save money right now. Also, guys, don't forget to slay, subscribe, like, and accept the alerts so you don't miss any videos. And I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.